Let's see what we can get done with an hour in the garden. I planted these peas 3 weeks ago and only a few of them have sprouted. So I dug some of them up and I could see that they were rotting. We've been getting a lot of rain and I've been watering this bed extra because my carrots are in here and I wanted to make sure they germinated. I don't think the peas like the wet soil very much, but I'm determined to fill this trellis, so I re-sowed them and I think I might start more in the greenhouse. While I was doing that, I disturbed my lettuce seedlings, so I wanted to plant more of those as well. And I planted my potatoes. I used a potting mix, some compost, and some organic fertilizer. I just dumped it all in this wheelbarrow and gave it a really good mix. I'm going to be growing them in pots this year, so I grabbed 3 of the biggest pots that I have. I'm growing 3 different varieties that I got from my local nursery. I did about 6 inches of soil at the bottom. I added a little bit more fertilizer to each pot and gave it a good mix. Potatoes are a heavy feeder and I'm going to be cramming a lot of potatoes in these 3 pots. So I wanted to make sure they have lots of nutrients. I spaced out the potatoes 1 variety in each pot. I made sure that the eyes were facing up. Covered them with another 6 inches of soil, and once the green pokes through, cover them again until the soil is at the top of the pot. I'm going to be putting the potatoes in the greenhouse for now, and since they're in pots, I'll be able to move them out when it gets a little bit warmer out. I kept telling myself to not forget to label them, and I almost did. Next, I potted up some of these kale seedlings. It was long overdue. They were crowded and getting a little bit laggy. There was too many in each cell. Just gently separated them and put them in their own individual pots. I was able to do about half of them, but then I had to move on to watering my garden. I watered everything in the greenhouse first, and we're currently working on the irrigation, but it's not quite set up yet, so I had to water all of my raised beds as well. And that's everything I was able to get done with an hour in the garden.